Minions are such an important part of this world. Some are cute, some are fat, some are small, some look eerily like past villains from other dimensions. But you know what? All minions deserve to be loved. They're all cute and they all follow you with their undying love. So today I'm going to talk about my top 10 personal favorite minions and what I just think about them and why I think they're great. So hope you guys look forward to this list because these are some cool guys coming up. I kinda feel like Midgard Solmer is underrated. I love his design and personally I've always wanted a little dragon guy and I like his independent behavior, and when he actually sits on your shoulder I feel loved by him. He may not be the best minion around, but I definitely got a big soft spot for this little guy. Plus, later on he turns into a big boy that you can mount and fly on. So honestly that's pretty amazing. You can get him from the MSQ. Now, next up on the list is a good little guy. His name is Boku. He's an adorable raccoon pup. Look at him. Just look at him. He hides in a little pot, he pop his head out, and he jump back out. He's just a beautiful creature. He's quite cheap on most market boards, so you should be able to get him even at an early level, which is absolutely great. Now, for some reason, the leaf on his head reminds me of furniture, and I'm not quite sure why, but nevertheless he does. And apparently, he's got a big heart and even bigger testicles, so don't forget that if you think you're ballsy, he's even more ballsy than you will ever be. And that's the beauty of the Boku. Now, next up is Geeta, this adorable little turtle from the Siren Song Sea. He's normally about 40 to 60k on most market boards, so you should be able to get him when you reach a decent enough level. Now, his official description says that he's seen upwards of 700 summers, so he's actually an old man. And he has a hate for blue blazoned armor, so if you're a level 50 Dragoon, make sure you're careful around him. But he's cool nonetheless, and I reckon he's a great minion and he deserves a spot on this list. I love him. Pororo Go! This little frog guy is really cool. He's got a staff and he's got a Vivi hat on. The official description says that he's a product of Matoya's mind-altering magics, and this particular little guy served as a familiar with Matoya for almost 50 years, and then he got a sense of wanderlust following several fetch quests, and now he's accompanying me. I'm so happy to have Pororo Go on my team, and he's really cool and I love him. He also comes from the MSQ, so you can enjoy him as long as you play the story. He's awesome. I love him. Next up is the Odorata. Now, I love the Odorata because it was actually my first minion, given to me graciously by my friend Coco. Thank you, Coco. He sports a little leaf hat that it covers his body. And it's got a little lantern that he lights his way so he knows where he's going. He has supported me on many a fishing trip, and I never feel bad when it rains because he's got his big hat to protect him from the cold winds and the stormy weather. I love Odorata. Even though you may call him odd, he's not odd to me. Now you guys better watch where you're walking, cause my tiny rat is out on patrol. I love Tiny Rat. He's a cool little guy and I love him dearly. He isn't scary like some other rats that I've seen in my day. It was only until recently that an enterprising merchant from the Emerald Exchange in Uldar was tossed into the freaking oubliettes for fluffing the tails of rats caught on Pearl Avenue, so make sure to always check your squirrel's tails in case they're a rat. But to be honest, I think a tiny rat is better than a tiny squirrel. Even better than Nutkin, I would say. Also, happy World Rat Day to all the rats on April 4th. I gotta be honest guys, the ugly duckling took a while to grow on me. A lot of my friends had him, and I always saw him waddling around, and I never felt the desire to get him. But the moment I did, I knew I would defend him with my life. Even though his name is Ugly Duckling, he's far from ugly. He's a sweet duck, and he always inspires me to push forward. No matter where he's walking or what he's doing, he's always got a big smile on his face, and he's always wagging his tail. Thank you for inspiring not just me, but millions of other people. You go, Ugly Duckling. Make us proud. Now, Enkaidu, I think she's one of my favourites at the moment. I know she's not the best, but she definitely deserves a spot on this list. She's your average chicken, but green. It's just amazing, and she's pretty dang great. Plus, she's tied to the Hildebrand mysteries. The legend goes that Gilgamesh, or Greg as you may know him, first found Enkaidu while searching for a meal. And Greg didn't have the means to make a fire, so he attempted to eat Enkaidu raw, only to find himself the victim of a furious counterattack. Now obviously Greg was impressed by this bird's tenacity and made her his pet. And now she mine, yay, and she run with me and help me do mysteries, and yeah, she's really cool. I definitely recommend you try to get her in the Hildebrand trials. She's worth it. She's amazing. Just look at her, she's amazing. The Windup Goblin is a special one. It's quite unique as it's a recreation of the amazing Brayflox herself, and it follows you around eagerly. The best part about this minion is the little backpack, and sometimes I feel bad because the backpack is too heavy and it makes her fall over. But honestly, this minion is adorable and it runs with such enthusiasm and it's hard to pass by. Also, there's apparently a mark of the Illuminati on its left foot, so be careful when you pick this up using your achievement tokens in Gridania. Sitting at the top of this list is none other than the famously chunky Fat Cat. Everyone loves this guy, I know that I do, so I went out today and found Bun, a proud owner of a fat cat named Chonky. Now, the official description of Fat Cat is that despite convincing research by top academics from around the realm and beyond, most Makote scholars refuse to believe that there is any ancestral connection between their race and cats. Now, I wonder what the missing link could be between Makotes and fat cats look like. And honestly, I'm not sure if I want to know. Now, I asked Bun a very important question about her fat cat Chonky. So Bun, how do you personally feel about Chonk, your beloved fat cat? I believe you described him as, and please correct me if I'm wrong, an absolute unit? You know what, I definitely agree with that. That is so true. Minions are just great. They help us through good times and bad. And I've just shown you guys 10 of my personal favorite minions. There's so many more I wanted to include. And honestly, everyone has their own personal preferences. And if there's one minion that you love that isn't on this list, then please tell me what minion you think was the best. And maybe I'll make another video because there's so many cool minions I want to show them all off. But thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and hopefully you'll tune into my next adventure. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time!